Hello. If you've joined the live session, please say hello and let me know you are here. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Chioma Okeke. You're welcome. I know you're more than one person there. Hello, Mr. Kayode. You're welcome to this live session. If you're here, say hello. So if you're a nurse here, it indicates that you're a nurse. Yes. It's going to be a very informative session. Madam Chioma, are you a nurse? So it's just it's 3:03 p.m. here. And okay, sorry, that should be like past 8 p.m. in your side. Okay. Mr. James says that is it Mr. or Mrs. Okay, you are a healthcare assistant. Okay, Chema says she's interested in the switch over. All right, so we're going to discuss that today. So I really encourage you to stay till the end so that you get all the information you need. You get that because there won't be any replay. I've really found out that human beings don't always have that patience to go through replay. So it's always best to come live, listen to information, and ask questions. Okay, you studied. Okay, Ms. Juliana says she studied psychology and would like to switch. All right. Yeah, so today we are going to be looking at all it takes to switch. You get that? So just like I said earlier, it's going to be a very informative session. All right, so let's get started. All right, so I'll be sharing my screen and won't be wasting so much time on the presentation so that we can know where we fit in or not. All right. Okay, so if you can see my screen, please just indicate. Okay, all right, so let's get started. So I'll be starting off with a presentation on nursing programs, not just in Canada, but also if you're interested in an online program, you understand that. So we're going to be looking at the different pathways to study nursing, the admission requirements and eligibility, the career prospects of a bachelor's degree, nursing versus MSc, the benefits of studying nursing abroad, then other healthcare courses that are lucrative besides nursing, especially for those that want to switch. You get that because sometimes it's not all about nursing. You can also, you know, switch to other healthcare courses that are equally as lucrative as nursing. You get that? So they're making a career switch. So I guess some of you are meeting me here for the first time. You came in through my sponsored ads on Facebook. And for some of you, you are also very familiar with me. Like you've been on this journey with me. You've attended several lives that I've done. And some of you have already clients. You get that. Then some are yet to decide. Some still said, oh, is the funds okay? So my name is Ngozi Okolo. I'm a Nigerian residing in Canada, and I am an educational consultant. I went through the ICF Educational Consultancy Certification Program, and I've helped lots of students to be in the different countries, not just Canada. And I've also helped students with online programs too. You get that? So I'm really hoping that by the end of today, you will know that online programs will remain, top-notch opportunities for you. You get, and I help in various levels, whether you're going for a bachelor's degree, postgraduate diploma, master's degree, you get that, or online programs. I am here for you. You get.
Madam
So this is
Candace,
one of
Candace Solution, the one
here
and
that I
only
also helped.
Candace. I just want to
I
say
would like you to
thank
hear
you.
her
I am one
testimonial.
month
I
old
always
in
put
Canada
hers
today,
first
courtesy
so
of
that you will
you.
know that there's
I
no
remember 3 years
impossibility in
ago
this
when I
process.
contacted you, and I told you I was the next Madam Candace, Candace Solution, the one and only Candace. I just want to say thank you. I am 1 month old in Canada today, courtesy of you. I remember 3 years ago when I contacted you and I told you I was the next study visa twice.
I don't know if
You
you
were
can hear
skeptical.
me.
Other agents told me no, it is not possible. I can't do it for you, coupled with my age. I'm 42 when I will finish my study program in Nigeria. If I can get all the document, be sure your document was as if I want to buy the whole Canada. But I signed on today. I am in Canada, courtesy of Madam Candace one and only. Madam Candace, thank you. The most thing that is making me more happy, look at US. See Canada, see US. I can even go to US next year for summer, all because I am a student of St. Clair College. This is my school building, St. Clair College. Madam Candace, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless you. Bye bye.
All right. So her story is always an interesting one, and you can see how the level of her gratitude. Because she didn't expect it because of her age. As at when we did her admission process, she was 42 years of age. Her highest level of education was secondary school certificate, although she had already started the bachelor's program, but the finished certificate she had as at then was a secondary school certificate. Her study gap was huge. And yeah, we just had to make use of our expertise to help her. And already she had used other, I think she did it herself, or she also used other agents, I don't know, but she was denied admission, or sorry, denied study visa 2 times. So there were so many forces against her, but by the grace of God and by our expertise, we're able to pull through for her. So right now she's studying in Canada, and she's in her second year with her family, her husband and her children. You get that? So this is just one of the stories I just wanted to share. There are like lots of them. You get that? So what are the different nursing study programs we have? We have the entry level nursing, and we have the entry level nursing, which comprises of the bachelor's degree. We have the 4 years nursing degree. We have the 3 years accelerated degree. Now, for this 3 years accelerated degree, it's still like the 4 years program, just that you are going to complete it in 3 years. So one major cons about this is that if you are a student coming to study in Canada and you want to, you want to work, study and work, it might be difficult for you because it's an accelerated program. So you don't have any breaks in between. You understand that? You just keep studying until you graduate. You get. Then there are also 3 years accelerated, that is an offshoot of you have a previous undergraduate degree. You get that? So instead of starting from 100 level, you are starting from 200 because you have done some courses. You get that? Just like somebody who is doing a transfer. So you have enough credits that transferred you to start from 200 level. You get that? So all 300 level, all 3 years courses, then the 3 years nursing program is not always that it is accelerated. It can also be because you have also got you have like the transfer credits that brought you to the 3 years. So in that case, in that type of 3 years, it is not accelerated. You get that? You can still study and work as a student. You understand? Because what just happened is that you missed out of the 100 level because you have been able to cover up for that 100 level in your previous study. You get that? So you have so it's like a regular 3 years. You get that? So, but if you're going for these 3 years accelerated, there is no break. It's just keep reading until you graduate. You understand? Then another entry level is the diploma programs, just like you have the practical nursing, you have the diploma in psychiatric community health, and there are so many of them. You get that? So it's all of them have different entry requirements. You get that? So there is a reason why some people qualify for bachelor's degree. There is also a reason why others qualify for diploma or certification programs. You get, then we have the post-degree nursing program, which comprises of the Masters of Science in Nursing, which is MSc, or the 2 years bachelor's degree that I have been promoting. You get that? So I put the 2 years bachelor's degree there as a post-degree course because you don't just study 2 years bachelor's degree as a fresher. You get that? You must have an undergraduate degree. You get that? You must have a first degree before you can study. That's why it's called. That's why I categorize it under the post degree, course of study. You get. Then for the entry level, you must have a secondary school certificate, which is science based. And the subjects include mathematics, English, biology, chemistry, and physics, with a 50% to 80% grade percentage requirement. So the range from 50% to 80% depends on the school that you are going to be studying in. You get that some schools are flexible with requirements. So 50% to 80% is that your minimum um your minimum subject grade should be like C5. You get that? Most schools, most good schools, if you get anything below C5, you might not get an admission. You understand that? So the grade, the grade percentage requirement, you know, is determined by the school you are going for. You understand that? Some very high or top ranked schools, you must make nothing less than a B in your secondary school um, certificate to be able to get an admission. You understand that? So it all depends on the school. So you now see why some people who cannot meet up with this requirement may now go for like maybe practical nursing, because practical nursing, they are less, rigid or strict. You get that? There are some schools for practical nursing, they accept C6, but nothing less than that. You get that? So another requirement for entry level is for fresh out of school, which is like those who just graduated from secondary school. You get that? Yes, they do not need any experience in the nursing sector or health sector. You get that? So they have what is required of them, but it's not like someone who just graduated, who is 18 years and above. If you're 18 years and above, they expect that you have a nursing or healthcare experience, like you've worked in a hospital, maybe as a nursing assistant, an auxiliary nurse. That's for adults. You understand that? Now let's go to the the 3 years accelerated nursing degree. You need a minimum of a diploma. So by this diploma, I mean for you that wants to go for the regular 3 years program. If you're going for a regular 3 years program where you need to do transfer of credits, you must surely have you have a diploma or a certification in a related health program. You get, you must have taken science at the secondary school level, and you have so having work experience is an added advantage, not compulsory, but it's an added advantage. But if you're also going for the 3 years accelerated, the one I said, you will not have any breaks in between. You just study till you graduate. That one is like a 4 years program, but it's accelerated. Yes, you might not really need the diploma or certification, but if you're an adult, you must have a certification. You get that? Okay. So that's for the 3 years accelerated. Then for the 2 years or the 2 year nursing degree, you must have a bachelor's degree as first degree, or if you have an undergraduate degree like um, diploma, you must have a work experience in the health sector. You get that? You must have an experience, like you have a diploma and you are a nursing as let's say nursing assistant or community health nurse. Like you have worked in that nursing category. You get that. Even if you're not a registered nurse, you get, then you are eligible. Then you will go back to the your science, your secondary school science grades. You must meet up to it. If you're making only C6, C6, D7, and you have a bachelor's degree, you might not be accepted. You get that? So you need to fulfill the requirements of your secondary school subject grades in maths, English, biology, chemistry, physics. Then you need to have either a bachelor's degree or undergraduate degree in a health course. Health courses are like physiology, psychology, human anatomy, microbiology. Even studying biology on its own it can get you, a healthcare course. Yes. So you know what I mean by healthcare. Every course or all the courses that has to do with health, you get. Then, yes, so I've said this. Your bachelor's degree should preferably come from area of health sciences. You get that, such as microbiology, anatomy, physiology, and all of them. Then work experience is also an added advantage. You get. Then, for you to do a 2 years nursing degree, remember what I talked about transfer of credits. 2 years nursing degree is that it's still like you going to do a 4 years program, but you've already done the first 2 years. That's why they need you to have done a first degree. You have already done the first 2 years. Sorry. You have already done the first 2 years. And all these courses are what they call prerequisite courses. You did them in your first degree. So for some, I always get this question, okay, I studied community health diploma. Am I eligible? If you have done all these courses in your community health or your diploma in nursing or diploma in midwifery, you've done all these courses, anatomy, physiology, microbiology, psychology, statistics, all of them, then you are eligible to apply for the 2 years nursing degree. You get that? You are eligible. Then, if you have not done them, you have not done any of these, but you're interested in the 2 years nursing degree, I can help you to get them because they are very compulsory requirements. You must do them. You must do them. So if you've also, for some of you, you've done some, but not all. Yes, you can still get this. You can still get them. You get that? You can still do them before you start applying for the 2 years nursing. Now, these are the other requirements for you to study nursing degree. For the 2 years nursing degree, you must have graduated within the last 10 years. So if you've graduated more than 10 years ago, it means that you cannot apply for the 2 years nursing degree. But then I can also help you out to be eligible if you have graduated more than 10 years ago. Then for the 2 years nursing degree too, your last 30 credits unit or final year grades must be 70% and above. You get that? It must be 70% and above. Just like I mentioned the one for your secondary school certificates, the subject grades. The same is also applicable. So if you say you did diploma in nursing, like a registered nurse, excuse me, you did 3 years diploma program, your last year, final year, the grades must be 70% and above. Some schools are flexible, they can take 65% and above. You understand that? Then, for the prerequisites I mentioned, which is the microbiology, human anatomy, human physiology, and the rest, you must have a minimum of 60% grade level there. So I'm just breaking it down for you. You get that? You must have a 60% grade level. So if you are going to be doing this course, offering it so that you can be eligible to study the 2 years nursing, this is what you should be aiming for. You get that? Then you're going to be writing a CASPA test. In the next slides, I will explain what the CASPA test mean. You're going to be doing writing a CASPA test. Although not all the schools, like right now, there is a school I'm recruiting for their 2 years nursing. If you are coming specifically for 2 years nursing, they don't you they write this off for you. You don't need to do CASPA test. But 90% of schools in Canada, you need to present CASPA tests. You get that? You need to write it. It's a must. You get? Then you need to do a WEST evaluation. Evaluate your degree, so that they'll be sure that the courses you did in your school, they are accredited, they meet up with the nursing standard. You understand? Then you need to do first aid training and the basic life support training. You also need to do CPR training. You get that? So these are the 6 requirements I told you need before you can be eligible to study nursing. You get that? So far, I need to know how many of you can meet up with this or have already met up with this. So if you studied your first degree or you already have a diploma in nursing, with the requirements I've shown you so far, do you meet up with them? Just drop a response. Okay, so it's like I'm going to be watching from my phone because I can't see your response from here. Okay. Okay, some of you said you have all the requirements, okay? So why you should consider a 2-year nursing degree? You yeah. You become a registered nurse in the shortest time possible. You get that? Like the same 4 years course that others will go and do and become a registered nurse. So, in Nigeria, with your 3 years diploma program, you become a registered nurse, right? But in Canada, you must have a bachelor's degree before you can become a registered nurse. You get that? You can never be a registered nurse in Canada or even North America as with a diploma program. No, you must have a bachelor's degree before you can call yourself a registered nurse. Then the last 2 years of a nursing degree program, they are more of practical than laboratory work. That's why they are very serious with that, with those prerequisite courses that they expect you to do, because some of them are laboratory works. So your last 2 years, you are just doing more of the theoretical work. You get that? So it's less stressful. Then a 2 year bachelor's degree in nursing is a direct progression to a master's degree, which helps your career advancement. You get? Then you earn better with a bachelor's degree qualification than a diploma. You get? And so yes, when you become a graduate of a bachelor's degree, you can advance to nurse practitioner, which is one of the famous, nursing categories here in Canada or the advanced countries. But you must be a bachelor's, you must study a master's degree to be able to become a nurse practitioner. Now, let's head over to the MSc. So, we are talking about the post-degree nursing program. The MSc nursing degree, you must be a nursing graduate to be able to study MSc, Masters of Science in Nursing. You must be a nursing graduate. You get that? So, that you studied other health courses, you cannot study a Masters of Science in Nursing. You must be a practicing nurse. You get that? You must be a practicing nurse. Then you must be licensed as a nurse and actively in practice. You get that? Then for those, if you're going for online MSc nursing, you can be eligible without being licensed. You get that? But for you to avoid being licensed, you need a first degree. You must have a first degree. You understand? But if you do not have a first degree, but you are a licensed registered nurse, you can do an online MSc. That is in the schools that's they are eligible for. You get that? Now, if you're doing an on-campus, you're going for an on-campus MSc. So, like, let's assume you want to, you are interested in doing your MSc nursing degree, like in Canada. Your last 60 credits, so that's your last 2 years. So, if you did like a 5 years bachelor's degree nursing, your last 2 years, your 400 and 500 level put together, your accumulated grade point must be up to 4.0, very high. You understand that? So you now see why I keep marketing the online MSc with every strength in me, because you don't need to go through this stress of having 4.0 accumulated grade points. You get that to study MSc. But if you want to go through the on campus, like you want to come to Canada to study, then you must fulfill this requirement. You must be a nurse graduate, not just any graduate. You must have bachelor's degree, not diploma, but BScN in nursing. You must be a BScN nursing graduate to do an MSc program in Canada. That is, you come into Canada to study. And then from that, your BSc, you must have a grade point of 4.0 and above in your last 2 years. You get that? Then for online degree, all you just need is to be a licensed registered nurse with 3 years of work experience. That is all you need. You get that? 3 years of work experience. You need, that's just all you need to qualify for online MSc nursing degree. In the two universities that I'm promoting for this is the University of Liverpool in UK and University of Essex in UK. You understand that? With your online MSc nursing degree, you can, um, sorry, with 3 years of work experience as a registered nurse, licensed though, you must be licensed, you can study the online MSc nursing degree. And some people will ask me, what about the practicals? How can you be studying MSc online without practicals? That is why they said you should be actively a nurse. Because everything they'll be teaching you, you're going to be practicing it in your job. You get that? You're going to be practicing it while working. You get? So that is why you must be a nurse to do this program. You understand that? Then, for you to be eligible, you need to prove your proficiency in English language. You get either through IELTS, or for those from English speaking country, there is an English test the university will ask you to write. So it's free, you're not paying for it. You write it. Once you pass it, then you don't need to provide IELTS. I mean, I think that's fair enough. You get that? That's fair enough. You get that? Then for on-campus admission for MSc, you need CASPA test, unless it's waived. Unless it's waived, you know, by the school. You get, but most schools will ask you for CASPA test. That if you are coming to study on campus, you understand that. For online MSc, you don't need CASPA tests. You get that? So if you're really flowing with me, I need to see it on the comment section. Let me know that everything I'm saying is making sense to you. So if it's making sense, just drop the word "make sense." It's making sense. I need to be sure that I'm carrying you along. Are you flowing? Okay. Abayomi says it's making sense. Christian says it's making sense. Beautiful. Okay. Great, 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 great. I need to be sure that I'm carrying you all along. Vera Naji said it's making sense. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you for the feedback. Now, thank you. Namaka, making sense. All right. Taiwo, Grace, making sense. All right. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm going to be responding to your questions once I'm done so that I won't be distracted. Okay, now what are the career prospects of a graduate nurse? Not just in Canada, you get that, but even in other countries. You can be once you are a graduate nurse, you can specialize in being a medical care nurse, primary health care nurse, surgical acute nurse, mental health nurse, pediatric nurse, community health nurse, peri-operative nurse, critical care nurse, occupational health care nurse, and even a nurse administrator. You get that? You can be all of these as a graduate nurse in Canada. Now, for those of you that are interested in switching, you get that, and you have a bachelor's degree with a minimum of a 2.2. You can also go for these online courses. Like, you and I know that there is nothing that employers fancy like having a master's program, especially MSc. You get that? It helps you even when you are going for jobs, international jobs, foreign-based jobs. Immediately they see MSc in your certificate, they just become interested in you. So if you are going for a career switch, it mustn't be nursing. You can go for Masters of Public Health. All these are online, and I can help you with your admissions here. Masters of Public Health, MSc in Infection Control, Masters of Science, that's MSc in Psychology, MSc in Mental Health Psychology. Right now, in Canada and other advanced countries, psychologists, especially clinically or medical psychologists, they are well paid. You see, every occupation under health is lucrative. It's not just nursing. You get that? It's not just nursing. Specializations, like you see this MSc Infection Control, you can be if you are a graduate nurse, you can come and specialize in MSc Infection Control. You get that? This is something you're already doing in your job. You understand that? So you can also go for global mental health and well-being and MSc International Healthcare Management for those who are aspiring for managerial position in their, healthcare organization. You get that? You need some leadership study experience. You get that? To be able to lead, to be able to manage a facility. You get that? You can even be running a hospital on your own, or you are running a caregiver home on your own. You need to have, healthcare management skills. You understand that? So there are beautiful healthcare courses that you can go for, that is not nursing. You understand that? So that's why I believe in a one-on-one consultation with clients. We talk and I tell you what you are qualified for. Right now, some of you are here. The only thing in your head is just, I want to go for nursing. You don't even know other better opportunities out there. You don't. You understand that? But by the time I sit with you, I go through your profile, I will tell you where you fit into. I will tell you the one that's lucrative for you. If you say it must be on campus, I will tell you where it is happening. Recently, the Minister of Immigration for immigration in Canada here, they rolled out what is called, they called it the study requirement, study courses that if you don't do any of those courses, you can't get a postgraduate work permit. You understand that? But if you need a postgraduate work permit, you must do them. You get that? And all the courses they brought out there are all the courses that are needed in the Canadian markets. You get? So they rub minds with employers and they say, which areas do you need people? Do you need foreigners? You get that? That's why when you are coming to study, don't just see your study program as a way of running away. See your study program as a way of coming to be relevant in the country you are headed to. That is what they're trying to make education to be right now. You understand that? So I'm going to say more as we move on. Now, this is the CASPA test I told you about. If you're coming to do an online, sorry, not online, on campus nursing program, you must write the CASPA test. Only one university right now is not asking you for CASPA tests. You get that? One university, and this university is also into the 2 years nursing degree. That's a 2 years bachelor's degree. So if you know you don't want to write CASPA tests, you have the funds to do a 2 years degree, a 2 years nursing degree. You meet to the requirement, or you are ready to work with me to meet the requirements. Then after this session, just send me a chat or a message and let's start. You get that? So, but most of the schools in Canada, 90%, you see this CASPA test, you cannot run away from it. You get that? You cannot run away. You must present it. In fact, each school in Canada have their own dates. So if you say, I'm interested in studying in University of Ottawa, and Ottawa says you must write CASPA test, You will go to their website and book a Casper test date. Ottawa have their own. All the universities have their own dates for Casper. If you are booking for a Casper test, they are going to ask you, which university are you headed to? It is that university that will determine the date you will write your test. That's to show you how serious it is. You get that? So, but the good thing about this Casper test is it's not like IELTS. It's not like the English test that they need you to make a high score and all those stuff. Or it's not like you're writing GMAT. So this Casper test, it stands for Computer-Based Assessment for Sampling Personal Characteristics. So it's more like, what do I call it now? So look, let me see. It's a non it's used to evaluate your non-academic skills. It is an open-ended question about your approach to facing, like your empathy skills, communication skills. So how you can solve problem at the spot. You understand that? That is what this Casper test is. They will give you a video, like a scenario. You understand that, where and like a scenario of something happening, and they will ask you, how would you have done it better? You get that? So it's not difficult. It's not. So I know for some of us, whenever we just hear tests, we start flying and running. You understand that? So, but you need to embrace it because it is a must requirement, especially in Canadian universities. You get that? So I don't know how many of you have heard of this Casper test. If you have heard of it, let me know. Drop it in the box if you have heard of Casper test before. If you have not, say you don't. Like, if it's your first time of hearing it, let me know. How did I get here? Okay, you have. All right, Zainab, I've heard of it. Yes. So if you're really conversant with coming to study nursing, good. If Naya says she has heard of it, yes. If you're conversant with it, I always tell people, make your own research. You get that? While I was advertising this 2 years bachelor's of nursing degree, some people said, "Oh, madam, you are a scam. There is nothing like this degree. How can you just do 2 years bachelor's in an advanced country and you become a nurse?" You understand? For most of them, I really deleted those comments because I knew they were really talking from a place of ignorance. You understand that? And only one person I think I responded to, I said to him, why don't you go online to even check if it is true before coming to like disgrace yourself in the public? You understand that? Why don't you go and find out if there is anything like a 2 years nursing degree? You understand? Just like this Casper test, now I know that many of us don't even know about it or want to go in for nursing. It's always very, very good we go for our own personal research. You understand that? Personal research, so that even when you come for a one-on-one session, most of what you're going to be hearing will not be new to you because you've done your research. You understand that? And that is why it's also good to attend information session. I bet you that there are so many things that after today, you go and do your own research to find out if it is true, because you cannot research what you don't know or what you have never heard about. You understand? Okay, so now let's head to frequently asked questions. So some of us will be like, I do not have the 6 prerequisite courses. What are my chances? What are my chances? So if you don't have the prerequisite courses, but you have a science-based secondary school WAEC and it's good, you have your undergraduate degree, you have like your 3 years diploma in nursing, you are a registered nurse, then you have your first degree, like those people that have bachelors in microbiology, human anatomy, physiology, public health, like, all the courses that has to do with health. You get that? You have them, but you do not have those 6 prerequisite courses I mentioned. You can still be eligible. That is why I said, by the time you come and book a one-on-one, I will show you how you go about it. Now, look at a client this is a client's admission letter to study the prerequisite courses. This lady studied bachelor's of statistics. That is what she studied. She didn't even do health course, but but she enrolled for the prerequisite. You can see the dates. Look at the date she got her admission. The date her admission letter came, September 20th, 2024. Her own is the most recent, so that's why I posted her own. I don't want to share the other people, so you say, oh, it's old. This is the most recent. You get that? She got hers in the University of New Brunswick. That's where she got her. So, and she has already started it. She's doing it online. By the time she's done, she will be ready for September 2025, 2 years nursing admission. Especially if she meets up with the grade. So the grade requirements. I told you, if you are going for this, if you have already the 6 prerequisite courses, or you are going for it, you must make nothing less than 60%. You get that? You must make nothing less than 60%. You understand that? So you can see that it is doable. It is doable. You can be eligible, but you have to work towards it. You can be eligible to do the 2 years bachelor's of nursing degree without the initial 6 prerequisite. Later, you can do it. It's something I am doing. This client, I help her do everything. Her own is just to make the payment for the application fee. And now that that the admission came out successfully, she paid her tuition fee. You understand that? She paid a tuition fee, and she has already resumed classes. You understand that? So you can see that it is doable. It is doable. So how many of us are ready to, how many of us interested in the 2 years bachelor's of nursing degree in Canada are willing to go through this? How many of us? Because it's not just to say, I want to study 2 years, I'm interested. Oh, it sounds so interesting. Yeah, in 2 years, you're a graduate of nursing. How many of us are willing to go through it? You get that? So I just want you to know that it is something you can do. I can help you do it. There are several universities I can help you get your admission for the prerequisite courses. You understand that? Then immediately you are done. In fact, before you even graduate from doing this prerequisite, like this student, this client now, by the end of this year, she would have gotten her 6 prerequisite courses. She's doing it in just one semester, from September to December. She will be done with it, and then she would have graduated on time to apply for the 2 years program. So by September 2025, she would start her classes for the 2 years bachelor's of nursing degree. You get that? So you can see that it is doable. So if you are interested in the 2 years nursing degree and you do not have this prerequisites, her own, she didn't have any. For you, you might have 2 or 3 out of the 6. So all you are just doing is the ones you don't have. Or if you know that the ones you have, you did not make good grades in them, your grades are less than 60%, then please, it means you have to do them again. You understand that? So these are all what I discuss on one-on-one, session with clients. You get that? So Chukwu Gozie said, I am willing to do it. That's it. That's the spirit. For anything you want, you must be ready to make extra sacrifices for it. You get that? So After this, I would drop an email that you can use in reaching out to me. You get that, to book a one-on-one session, and that will bring out everything you need to proceed for this 2 years program. But if you are a nurse already, you say, I don't have strength for all this, madam, let me just go for the online MSc. I mean, that will help me you know, to have a waiver in bachelor's degree. I mean, that is also a very good option. Then you also send me an email and then we get started. You understand? So, another question I get often is, I obtained my first degree more than 10 years ago. What do I do? You get that? Yes, it's very possible you graduated more than 10 years ago. That's when you got your first degree. So there are things to be done. I don't normally discuss this. It's what I'll be discussing with you when you schedule a one-on-one meeting with me. Okay. Now, what are the benefits of studying a master's degree program online? For those of you interested in either the online MSc nursing or online masters of public health, infection control, mental health psychology. Can you imagine specializing in mental health psychology? Let me speak the language of Nigerians. They'll say, Omo, you don't blow. Because nothing beats specialization. Nothing beats it. That this is just what you specialize in, and they know you for it. You get that? So what are the benefits? It gives you that double advantage of getting a higher degree from the comfort of your home while working. Do you know that some people would tell me, madam, I cannot leave my very good job and relocate. I just want my family to be here. You get that, while I'm working, because they have looked at the amount of money they earn. They might not even earn such an amount if they leave the country. So you can be doing that, your lucrative job, while you are bagging good degrees, higher degree, not just going to do 2 week certification, you go to Allison and the rest. No, these are certificates you get at the end are the same thing with someone who left their job and came to study here. You understand that? The same thing, the same. You get that? Then it enhances your chances of getting an international job. There is nothing that foreign employers like to see like that you have a higher degree. You can imagine that you are applying for a nursing job abroad, like in United States, even here in Canada, Australia, Europe. All these countries they all have um, foreign, what they call it, they all have programs for foreigners who wants to work in their country. And then they look at your certificate. You have MSc in nursing, you've written your NCLEX. There are many nurses right now in Nigeria. They've all written NCLEX. You get that, because they are looking for jobs abroad. Then they now look at your certificate. You don't just have a diploma, but you have MSc in nursing. Come on. It's going to give your application a facelift. And like they just begin to invite you. You get, when you hear that some people are getting jobs abroad and you look at yourself and you're like, are you sure it's not village people? It's not village people for you. It's just that the certificate you have is not competing internationally. It's not competing at all. You understand that? So that is why it's looking like nobody is looking at your certificate. You get, when it comes to the international workspace, they value international certification. You get that? So, and this is one opportunity you have. You are a registered nurse with diploma. Nobody is asking you to go through bachelor's. No. They said because you have a 3 years work experience, you can now apply to do an MSc nurse. Like, it can only be possible with online. You understand that? That you studied online does not make you any different from someone studying on campus. Right now in Canada, because of the policies that are not favorable to international students anymore, and it's affecting universities. It's affecting universities because they are losing students. You understand that? What do you think they did? They all uploaded their courses online. Now, Canadian universities are doing online education. Now, theirs is not even so flexible because the 2-1 they need you to make to do on campus is the same 2-1 you will need to make to do online, because it's still the same thing, the same model, the same lecturers, everything is the same. The difference is location, that you are in your house. Meanwhile, the other person is in the country. You get that? That's just the difference. You understand? That's why I am asking you, take advantage of this, because before the entry requirement changes, all schools they do what is called upgrade. They might say, oh, there are already so many diploma students coming to do this MSc. Let's just make it strict a little. And then they will now upgrade it so you must have a bachelor's degree. We know how things change. So take advantage of it right now. Take advantage of it. If you are a nurse with a diploma certificate as your highest level of degree, take advantage of it now. You get that? Good things don't last. You and I know that. Now, it helps to increase your rank in your workplace. So even if you don't decide to leave the country, you just get your MSc nursing, you tender it in your workplace. I'm telling you, it's going to help in your promotion. You understand that? You won't be where you are anymore. You won't be there. You get that? Then it is a gateway to supervisory positions in organizations such as nurse coordinators and supervisors. This is one job role in Canada here. And you must have worked for a very long time before you can be a nurse coordinator or supervisor. But with your MSc, it fast tracks it for you. You understand that? Yeah, so I hope I'm flowing with you so far. I hope I'm flowing. I hope you're not getting bored. We'll soon be done. You get that? So if it's flowing for you, just stay flowing. That is flowing for you, and it's helping you to make your decision fast. A lot I have said today, you did not know it. I know that. I know that you did not know it. A lot I have said today. You get that? So career switch to nursing. Career switch. For so many of you, you want to switch to nursing because you feel that nursing is so lucrative. You get that? You can use it in getting jobs in the advanced world where you are paid very well. You can also use it in relocating. Yes, I know that. But you don't just switch. There must be some conditions to meet to be able to do a successful career switch. You get that? One is that you need an industry experience. You get that? So if you want to switch to nursing and you have been working in a non-health science occupation, maybe you are a banker. You are a banker and you want to switch to nursing. Yeah. You see, in this life, nothing is impossible. Write it down that nothing is impossible. The question is, are you ready to go through the process? You get, for some people, they are so impatient to achieve what they want. Immediately you tell them, oh, this is going to take you 2 years, 3 years. That would be the end of their vision. You understand? So this is what I've been like. I deal with people for over 5 years now, and I know what determines what they want is time factor. You get that? It's time factor that determines what they want. They might tell you now that I want to be a nurse. I want to leave banking and be a nurse. Immediately you tell them it's going to take you 2 or 3 years, it will just end there automatically. You understand? but there are also others that are willing to take that move. You get what you should always ask yourself when doing a career switch is, onto what end? What do I want to achieve with it? What do I want to achieve with a career switch? You get, have you done your research? Is nursing truly lucrative? You get, what do I want to achieve with it? Is it for relocation purpose? Is it for working abroad? What is that thing? Because it is your why that determines the extent you are ready to put in into something. You get that? It's just like while I was preparing, writing the IELTS for relocation, I wrote IELTS several times. Sometimes I get tired. I was like, oh, you get that? You get your listening is good. Your reading is good. But then maybe to be speaking, or it will be another one that is low. It means you have to rewrite everything again. That is how the IELTS for immigration works. But then what really kept pushing me in the whole process, I remember that, before then, I had my last two children in Canada. The last two was 2013 and 2016. So I had them in Canada. As I came here as a visitor, I had them in Canada and went back. And I already know, stuff concerning being here, being a permanent resident. In fact, not just permanent resident, being a citizen here. I know what they enjoy. I know the standard of education, free medical, so many, beautiful benefits, juicy benefit that comes with it. So when you remember all those things, you get up, dust your book again, and you start, preparing for the test. You understand that? So the same thing with being, switching careers. Why are you doing it? It is that why that will help you to make it to the very end. You understand? So, like, you're coming for a career switch to nursing, I would always advise you can go and get a nursing assistant certificate. You can do the auxiliary nursing. Whatever will take you to take some of these programs will take you from 6 months to 12 months to get them. That's including the experience. You understand that? If you are ready for that, I can suggest hospitals, that you can go and do such. You get, in fact, I am in partnership with one of the clinics. It's a very big clinic in Lagos. You can do your nursing assistant training there. And after the nursing assistant, that's a theoretical work, you do your, I think she said this, you do what they call 1,000 hours on the job. That's before you can get your certificate. You get, she also has this healthcare facility in UK. You get, some people have finished work with her and they even got jobs in UK. You understand that? So if you want to go through this, I can help you. After, just call it 6 to 12 months. When you are done, get your certificate, you can now be ready to apply for a nursing degree in Canada. You get that? You can now be able to apply for it. Because there is one thing you should know when it comes to applying for on-campus job here, so on-campus admission here in Canada. The school might not have a problem giving you admission, but the problem you're going to face is the study visa officers in immigration. They are the ones that will scrutinize you. You get that? So you need to be ready for those people there. They don't smile. They want to really know why you are switching, especially maybe you are in banking. Come on, what's the correlation between banking and nursing? Why are you moving? You must have all these questions ready in your statement of purpose. You get that? So by the time they now see that, oh, you have already justified your passion by going to get a nursing or auxiliary or whatever, something related, you get, then they can now start looking at you. You get that? And say, okay, maybe we should give him a visa, we should give her a visa, to come and study. We know how all these things work. You understand that? So if you know that you are ready to go through the process, drop it in the comment sections. Drop it. Say that you are ready for the process. If you are going for a career switch, drop it that you are ready for the process and what it will take you. I want to see the people who are ready, because many people want to switch, but few people. They said many wants to go to heaven, but few wants to die. You get that? So how many of you, many of you want to do a career switch to nursing, but few are ready to put in the work. So if you know you are ready to put in the work, I want to see you drop a comment saying that I'm ready to put in the work. Yes, Choma Okeke says she's ready for the process. Beautiful. Okay, James said, I'm ready for the process of career switch. Beautiful. If you know you are ready, just drop it, because I am just telling you how it is. I'm not hiding anything from you, so that by the time you are coming to meet me, you already know what you are going in for. You get that? Because it is the end that matters, not the process, but the end. You understand that? Okay. So what are the tips for successful career switch? You must have an industry experience. You must have a relatable work experience. Yes, if you also have worked maybe in a volunteer level, you get that. You've worked in a hospital for a long time. You know, helping out with patients, and yes, you've worked, and the place you work, they're able to give you a referral letter that says, for the past 2 years, Mr. Bayo has been working with us. This is what he has been doing for us. You might not even have a certificate, but they are able to, write something good for you. You can also go for a switch. You get that? So when it comes to going for a career switch, or sorry, not career switch, two things are very, very important when it comes to admission process. You see, there's always an academic requirement and the work experience requirement. If you have a work experience in the area you are going into, it always helps you a lot. Even if your academic requirement is not so strong, it can be waived for you because you have an industry experience. You understand that? So for someone who has been volunteering in a place, even if the person is not paid, but you've been volunteering, you know much. Your resume tells a lot about what you have done during your volunteering, duration. Then it's going to help you. You're going to help you. You get that? But if the only thing you have is the academic experience, yes, they will now judge you based on your academic experience. They will look at your grade points and all those stuff. You understand that? So that's why a diploma holder that is a registered nurse can go and study online MSc. That is the power of work experience. That is the power of it. You understand that? Now, you must be ready to meet up with the prerequisites. Just like we mentioned, those prerequisites that you have to go to do. In fact, this one, even if you have 100 years work experience, if they say you need this prerequisite, you must produce it. Must. You get that? Then you must also demonstrate your passion for that career you are switching to. You get that? So that's it. So we now come to the cocoa of this presentation, because people keep asking, so how much is it? How much for me and my family? How much, especially for those coming to study in Canada, those planning to make a move, like, move from one sport to another sport. You understand that? So the cost of studying in Canada is called the evidence of proof of funds. It comprises of your tuition fees, your living expenses, your daycare costs for children, and flight tickets. You understand that? So the living costs is made up of your accommodation costs, feeding costs, transportation costs, and utility bills. So your proof of fund is actually made up of the tuition fee for your study program added to your living costs. You get that? So if you now have a baby that you are coming with for daycare, you understand? You add it, plus your flight tickets. All these are what makes up your proof of fund. You understand that? Now, for the 2 years nursing degree, or the 4 years nursing degree, or the 3 years nursing degree, the will I call it minimum? No. The tuition fee that is most prevalent, the tuition fee that most of these schools will ask you to pay, they are mostly between 20 to 23,000. You get? So if you are going for 2 years program, there is a university right now admitting September 2025. Their tuition fee is the cheapest, 12,000 for a year. $12,000. It's a university in Canada. So that's for those interested in 2 years bachelor's degree. You see, apart from those schools, no other school will charge you that. Others are now 20K and above. You get that? 20K and above. You understand that? So if you know you are ready to meet up with the 2 years nursing degree, and you want to take advantage of this very, very affordable tuition fee, 12,000 per annum. You get that per session. That's second, third semester in a session. That's the way university operates. They operate 3 semesters in a year. So for those semesters, you are paying 12,000. Like, honestly, it does not sound real, but that is what it is. So for the 2 years, you are paying like 24,000. If you know you're interested, don't dull yourself. You send me an email and let's begin this process. After this presentation, because right now I'm not seeing your comments. I'm not even seeing the comment box. I'm using my phone to see your comments. So, but once I stop sharing, I'll be able to drop my email address. So listen to the very end so that you get my contact. You get that? So if you know that you've already met up with the 6 prerequisites, man, don't allow this admission to pass you by. The one of 12,000, don't allow it to pass you. This is the most affordable tuition in Canada right now for nursing. Nursing is an expensive program on campus. Very, very expensive. You get that? Very, very expensive because it's lucrative. And all the advanced countries of this world, they need nursing. You get? Like right now in Canada, that I told you there are courses that have been selected. If you're coming to study in Canada, you must go and select your own course. That if your own course is not there, then it means Canada is not for you. They've made it so easy now. You get that? It's IRCC study requirement. Go and browse it. IRCC study requirement for international students. If your course of study is not there, don't bother applying for any school unless you're going to switch. You understand that? So, in that IRCC study requirements, they have so many nursing programs just to show you how in demand nursing is. In demand. So, if you know you are interested in the 2 years nursing degree, you have your first degree requirement, your secondary school certificate requirements and the grades, and you have the prerequisites, whether you have it all or you still need to get them, ensure that you are talking to me after this presentation. Ensure that we are going to be talking one-on-one so that you can get started. I can imagine how many people are applying for that school now, right now. You understand that? It's very, very, very affordable. And it's in one of the most promising provinces in Canada. Remember, if you're coming to study in Canada, the province you're going to be studying is very, very important. If you find yourself in a province where you cannot get PR, you are done for. Right now, that is how it is in Canada. You get that? So we'll get to that place. So this is what's just like what it is for you. You get. So this slide, I forgot to edit it. This 15,000 is like an old rate. Most schools are going to be taking. You see what I wrote here? I said for nursing program, you do a minimum tuition fee of 15,000 to a maximum of 34,000. However, most programs in nursing, that is most schools, this is what they will charge you: 22,000 to 30,000. You understand that? So if there are 20 schools admitting you for nursing, and most of them, and let's say 15 of them are charging you 22,000 to 30,000, that's like the most prevalent rate, right? Any other school that is charging you 15,000, 12,000, there are very few. I cannot use that as a minimum tuition fee. You get that? So, but for these ones that are charging less, I am telling you, take advantage of it now. You can only get them for September programs. You get that? You can only get such tuition fee for fall, that is September programs. From January, you cannot get it. It's impossible. Impossible. You get that? So this is the living cost for those who want to come and study in Canada. You know, I told you something here. Your tuition fee plus your living costs. That is what determines your proof of fund. That's the amount you need to have in your account. That is what determines it. You get that? So this is the living cost. The living cost is based on the family size. If you're coming alone to Canada, this is what you need to have: $20,635. This is apart from your tuition fee. This is your tuition fee plus this. And I told you what this covers: your accommodation costs, your feeding costs, your transportation costs, your utility bills costs. That is what this is made up of. You understand? If you're coming with your spouse, you and your spouse, this is what you need to have. If you're coming with your spouse and one child, this is what you need to have. You, your spouse, and 2 children, this is what you need to have. You get that? So you now see what it costs you to come and study in Canada. You understand that? Now, for this MSc nursing, that is the online MSc nursing, you are paying so it's in a range. For this is for the 2 different universities. One is £13,049. The other one is £18,868. You get that? So, but the good thing is, if you're paying upfront, like you want to finish paying this fee before you start, you get a 5% discount. So this 13,049, let me dwell here first. The equivalent in CAD is like somebody paying $24,000 for 2 years program. You get. In Canada, on campus, you will never see this amount to study MSc. MSc is way expensive than BSc. Now, if you are also the type that can't pay upfront, but you want to pay monthly, you can pay monthly. That's the good thing with this online MSc. You can pay monthly. Your duration of study is 2 years, but in this online study, you can finish it in 1 year. If you want to finish it in 1 year, it all depends on you, but you cannot do it for more than 2 years. It's a 2 years program. But if you want to do it for 1 year, do all your tests, your exams, your dissertation, all the things, all of you in 1 year, you can do them in 1 year. That's the beautiful part of this program. You get that? Then to submit an application for the online MSc nursing is free. You don't need to pay anything until you get an admission, and then you pay your tuition fee based on the format you want to use, whether you are paying all at once or you are paying monthly. You understand that? So everything here is flexible. So what you are now concerning yourself with the online MSc is just your tuition fee. You have no business with living costs like what I showed you here. You have no business with all this. You have no business with accommodation, feeding, transportation. You have no business with visa denial. You have no business with, you are in Canada today. You don't know the policy that will be out tomorrow, whether it will be favorable or not. You get that? I'm not saying this. Okay. So you can see that. You can see that it's less stressful for you. And at the end of the day, you are getting your MSc. You get that? MSc nursing degree. So your guaranteed permanent residence is something that is not just about wishful thought. Just like I said, you go through the process. It comes by intentional planning. You that is doing MSc online, you'll be wondering, if I really want to use it to get a permanent residence, how is it going to help me? You get, how is it going to help me? That you are studying on campus in Canada is not also a guarantee you will get a PR. That is the problem right now. If you are following what is happening in Canada, you would have heard that in 2024, 30,000 students have gone to file for asylum. Because of all the policy changes, it is now against them. Some of them, the courses they are doing now will not get them postgraduate work permits. So they have said to themselves, instead of us to go back home, we go and file for asylum. That is not what you want. Meanwhile, you can be in your house, get your MSc, and then start the process of your PR. You get that? PR favors you when you have your master's degree. You get, the nomination scores that are being used to invite people right now so high, above 500. You need masters, minimum of master's degree. You understand that? Then for some of you that we even want to do a master's program in Canada, you cannot even qualify because you have only a 2-2. That's why I said in the other courses you can study, you can go for Masters of Public Health, Masters of Mental Health Psychology. They are all master's program, and you use it. Get your MSc. By the time you now write your IELTS, you do well. You are now ready to go into the pool to be invited. You get, you don't need to be going through mental stress because you are studying in a country after all these millions that you paid. That is why universities in Canada right now are making their programs available online, because you can go there, do your program, then start applying for PR. The people studying in Canada, by the time they are done studying, they will start, this PR you will start by the time you are done with your online, they will now start the process. The only advantage they have is that because PR is a point-based system, they are going to get extra points for studying in Canada. But if what you have, or what you came to study in Canada is a diploma program, diploma cannot take you anywhere with your points. The point allotted for diploma is low. You understand that? So where they may be getting extra points for studying in Canada or working in Canada, you are also getting it from having your MSc. You understand that? So that is the only way to guarantee permanent resident. You get that? Now, I mentioned province of study. I am never afraid to tell you, go to this school. This school offers you this program. This school offers you this program. The question is, the school that I've recommended to you, is it in a province that will favor you in terms of getting a permanent residence? This is for those that want to come and study in Canada. If the province you are headed to, especially if you are more than 30 years of age, then your province of study should be very, very important. That it should be like something you have to research. You understand that? For people that are less than 30 years of age, you are between 20 to 27 years. You have your MSc. You have worked for 3 years. Getting a nomination through the express entry is very easy. But if you are already more than 30, it means you're going to be exploring the provincial nomination program. Now I ask you, how many provincial nomination programs do you know or you are conversant with that can help you get a PR? If you know, just drop it. In Ontario, do you know the nomination PNP program, for the provincial nomination program for Ontario? Do you know it? Do you know for British Columbia? Do you know for Saskatchewan? Some of you don't even know the provinces in Canada, not to talk of knowing the provincial program. You get that? This is why I said you need a guide. You need a guide, because if you know what the provincial nomination programs are, then you will be able to know the province to go and study. Very, very important. You get that? Very important. Okay. So these are like asylum claims from international students that studied in Canada. They graduated, finished their postgraduate work permit, and they could not get PR. They had to file for asylum. These numbers are just, I really need to update this place. They are way more now. I told you in 2024, 30,000 students and above have already filed for asylum. You understand that? This is not what you want for yourself. These people ended up in the wrong province. They ended up with the wrong course selection for themselves. They ended up with a course that are not needed in the market. But now the Canadian government have even made it easy. They brought out courses for you that if you're not doing these courses, you won't even get a postgraduate work permit, not stock of PR. You get? But then the question remains, which province should you be studying this course? Which province?
Hi guys, how you guys doing? I want to send a big shout out to Fandex Solutions. They made my dreams come true. This is Humber College. I came in through the study route. So yeah, thanks again. As you can see, college. So try Fandex Solutions. She's got you, right? Peace. Bye.
Okay, so this is the testimonial of another of my client that is studying here. He will be graduating by next year. You get that? So now you can see what change of policy does. When he got this course, postgraduate diploma in business management, it was he could get a visa with it, right? Right now, with the new set of courses, there is nothing like business there. You can't even do any business course right now. in Canada. You cannot. You get, so it keeps changing. You understand that? So this is what is also affecting students. By the time you get into the country with this course, with a particular course, but before you finish, it is no longer needed. It becomes a problem. You understand that? So these are the these are testimonials of clients that I have helped get that. Like, there are so many of them. I could only just put up the ones that I wouldn't want my slides to be so many. You understand that? So these are just them. This another one here, and they are the ones that got their visas. You get, so this is what I want to help you to achieve. This is what I want to help you to do. You understand that? Instead of just falling into the wrong hands or helping yourself where you know you cannot help yourself. You get, sometimes I see some advice from people, they'll be like, go and do it yourself, go and do it yourself. I'll just smile and keep quiet. I'm like, I just hope doing it yourself, you have enough information to do it yourself. You understand that? Because it is good to do it yourself, but how much information do you have about where you are going to study, especially as regards permanent resident? Because there is no student that wants to just go and study and go back home. If that is the case, honestly, I would just tell you, don't just go and do anything because you're going home, right? But if you are going to transit to permanent resident, then you need help, because you know that you are not conversant with the permanent resident process. That is the problem. It is not just about you going to study. You get that? So how do I help you? I do a profile evaluation for you. You get that? It is your profile evaluation that determines the course you're going to be studying. That also determines the province you're going to be studying. I look at your age. With this age, which province would accommodate you to get you a permanent resident? You get, if you're less than 30, you can study anywhere because you can apply for express entry. You understand that? So, as in, you are less than 30 and you have a master's, not just that you are less than 30 and your highest level of education is diploma, then it means you still need a provincial help. Because using a provincial nomination program, what it does for you is that once you get a provincial nomination, a provincial nomination from the province you studied, they give you extra 600 points that will help you with your PR. You get that? So you need to know the particular province to be. So everything comes from your profile. Once I go through your profile, I know how, the course, the school, everything is on your profile. You get that? Then these are all what I'll do for you once you get that, during a one-on-one consultation. My one-on-one consultation is just 60 minutes. Just 60 minutes. You get that? And we are able to do something together. For the 60 minutes paid session, it's just $150. Just $150. Other people in industry, I know how much they are charging, $250 to $300. But I just want everything to be moving. You get that? Just $150. For Nigerians, I charge them $150,000. You know that $150 is not 150,000, but that's just what I do for you. You get that? When you make that payment, then I go through your profile, do everything for you, and tell you the province to study. If it's an online program you want, I let you know the online courses you should be doing. You get that? And based on what you want, if you're going to study because you're looking for international jobs, then I let you know what to do. You get that? If you're coming to study, you are doing, like some of you that will be doing this online MSc now. At the end of the day, you say, madam, I want to use this, my degree, to work in Canada. then I will let you know what to do. So everything depends on what you want. That is what I work with. You get that? So the 60 minutes is just $150. That's a 60 minutes. Then during that 60-minute session, I will now let you know what you are going to be paying for your service charge to do the application for you. If you need a prerequisite, I will let you know how much you need to pay for the prerequisite and how much tuition fee it will cost. You get that? So everything is done in this 60 minutes, paid session. If 60 minutes is not going to be enough for you, you can pay for more time. You understand that? No time is free. You understand? So if everything is okay for you, I need you to let me know in the comment that you are ready. Just state that you are ready. Time waits for no man. You get that? Your age is very important. Your age. You understand that? So that's where I end the session. And I'll stop sharing now so that I can see your comment. Okay, so let me see if I can drop this. So I'm dropping my email address, info@candexsolutions.com. Or if some of you are already on my WhatsApp, a lot of you are on my WhatsApp, you can chat me on my WhatsApp. But this is for those that I don't know if they made it to my WhatsApp. So I just dropped it now. info@candexsolutions.com. You can send me a message, and yeah, so if you're already on my WhatsApp, just go ahead and chat me up and I'll respond to you. Choma says this one you are charging 101 is too much. No problem, madam. No problem. I know what I'm going to discuss with you. You get that? Anything that is going to affect your life positively is not expensive. And you can also go and inquire how much educational consultants are charging. Then you will know that it's a giveaway price. All right. So let me attend to your questions. Let me attend to your questions. So I've dropped my email address, info@candexsolutions.com. I don't like I hope you can see it in the comments box. All right. So drop your questions and let me respond to them. Okay, Ruth, I'll be looking forward to your chats. I'll chat you up on one. All right. I'll be looking forward to that. Does Canada accept NABTEB? No, it must be WAEC. Most universities accept only WAEC. Then colleges accept both WAEC and NECO. Okay. How do I contact you for my MSc online? I just dropped my email address, or you chat me on WhatsApp if you are already on my WhatsApp. Let's see. All right, Taiwo Grace, I'll be looking forward to your chat. Okay. Okay, so I think that's it for today. So I'm not seeing any more questions. Can one apply for scholarship as an online student? No. So the schools I'm using for now, they are not okay. So they had scholarship that was for this September program, but it's already closed for now. But the scholarship is not a full scholarship; it's a partial scholarship of 20%. Okay, yeah. Okay, if you joined late, you will get the replay. I'll just give a replay, but the replay will not last for more than 48 hours. Then I will revoke the link. So if you could not watch it in 48 hours, then you need to wait for another session to hold. I'm a registered midwife. Can I do online nursing? Yes, you can. You can do the online MSc. All right. Okay. So you get an email that has the replay. So, but it won't last for long. It will be pulled down. So, anybody who is serious should, yeah, you have to listen to the replay to know more. You came in very, very late. Like I'm already done. I've said a lot. So just watch the replay when you get it, and you'll be able to know more. All right. So that's it for today. I'll be waiting for your I'll be waiting for your response and your booking of session. Yeah. So the only thing I'm going to do for you is that in the next 48 hours. So today is um okay, let me put it this way. In the next 48 business hours, in the next 48, since this is weekend, in the next 48 business hours, I can give you that consultation um, for $120. Yes, I can give it to you for the next 48 hours. You get that, but after 48 hours it expires. So take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. All right. So that will be what I will do for you for attending this session. You can pay $120 for Nigerians, 120,000. Yes, that's the best I can do for you. And that's in the next 48 business hours after this weekend. You get that? All right. So I'll see you on my email. I'm expecting your messages. Right. So have a blessed weekend.